We'll take a look at some more developments in the Ukraine conflict. Activists supporting Ukraine have seized a London mansion belonging to Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska. It comes days after the billionaire oil tycoon was targeted by UK sanctions. Protesters want the building to house refugees from Ukraine. Police are at the scene.
Oliver Bullough joins us now. He's author of the new book, Butler to the World: How Britain Became the Servant of Tycoons, Tax Dodgers, Kleptocrats and Criminals. Oliver, thanks so much for joining us. So London is a haven for Russian oligarchs. Why is the city in particular so popular among oligarchs?
Yeah, I should say, for starters, that it's not just a haven for Russian oligarchs, it's a haven for any oligarchs. You name them, we have them. Essentially, Britain, I mean, obviously, anyone who's been to London knows that it has lots going for it. If you're wealthy, there's lots to buy. We have top-end shops, we have schools, great universities, all of these things. But we have a second advantage that doesn't really get discussed so much, which is that though your wealth is very secure here, it's protected by the British legal system, by the British police, it's not going to be investigated by the British legal system either. So it isn't just a great place to spend money, it's also a really great place to keep money, and you can keep it here forever.
Now those oligarchs are becoming the target of Western sanctions. Are those sanctions working?
I suppose it depends what it means to say, are they working? I'm not quite sure that everyone is in agreement about what the target, the aim of the sanctions is. Some people say that the hope is that by sanctioning oligarchs and costing them money, they will then come to put pressure on Putin, the man who has made them so much money, because they've got rich or got richer during his time in office. Other people say that the oligarchs are essentially extensions of the Russian state. So by freezing their money, you're more or less just freezing Russian state money. I think both of those arguments suggest that what we're trying to do is trying to find policy levers that allow us to put pressure, if not on Putin himself, then on the people around him, by depriving them of all the toys, the bling, the luxury goods, the football clubs. And, I think it's too early to say if they'll work, but I think it's probably worth a shot. It's pretty better than most of the other alternative options we've got.
Let's talk about Putin himself. We know his personal wealth is very well hidden. How can sanctions effectively target him, if at all?
Putin, I'm not sure it even makes sense to talk about Putin being wealthy. I think if Russia is your current account, you don't really need a deposit account. I don't think if he has offshore wealth anywhere, then, it's probably not very much in comparison to the other oligarchs. The other oligarchs have huge offshore wealth. Perhaps half of all the wealth owned by Russians is owned offshore by oligarchs.
If these oligarchs, want to get back to those cushy lifestyles, what do they need to do? What needs to happen? Or has the world's relationship with Russian oligarchs really changed forever?
I'd be surprised if our relationship with the Russian oligarchs had changed forever. Western countries, Britain in particular, but not only Britain, have been historically very welcome to bring in anyone with money. However, we need to recognise that as long as this crisis lasts, there will be sanctions on Russia, and it will be much harder for oligarchs to come here and spend their money. So I suppose the answer is what Western politicians want the answer to be, which is, if you want to come back and enjoy your bling in our capital cities, you're going to have to tell Putin to stop killing Ukrainians. And that is the challenge. How many of these oligarchs have that kind of influence anymore? How many of them can just walk into Putin and ask him for a favor, like stop invading Ukraine? I don't think any of them do. So I think we're going to have to get used to a world for a while, at least, while this crisis lasts, when the Russian oligarchs are no longer going to be splashing the cash in the bars and villas of south of France, or in the mansions of London, or in the islands of Greece or the Caribbean.
Oliver Bullough, thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.